proposals. The leader has done quite a good job. Mr. President, however, I want to focus on two main areas, or three main areas. This provision of 7.2 trillion for 2017 budget actually shows an increase of 1 trillion over the 2016 proposals. Mr. President, this increase is not really in real terms. This increase is marginal. It is marginal because of two reasons. Number one, inflation rate of 18% is a big one. It is going to eat into this budget. 18% is not a small figure whatsoever. Number two, Mr. President, we have been talking about conflicting and inconsistent foreign exchange regimes in our country. And I recall when we were talking last week about this midterm proposals, we said there was need to try as much as possible to synchronize, to synthesize in such a way that we have at most two foreign exchange regimes. What is happening today is confusion. It's told that too many, there are about 10 different regimes, and this doesn't make for proper planning. Which exchange rate are we going to use? If we're talking about manufacturers, they are talking about their own rate. You're talking about people in the bureau, the change are talking about their own rate. The CBN is talking about their own rate. So, President, this is where I think there are going to be some distortions. Mr. President, my colleague has mentioned the issue of rail transportation. Frankly, if you look at the way the railways are put in this country, are constructed, we have two main lines. From Lagos to Kano, from Kano to Maiduguri, is it? And then, of course, you have another main line running from Port Harcourt through Enugu to Makurdi to Jos, and from Jos, I think, moves into Kafanchan, and then and so on and so forth. So it has always been from the coast to the hinterland. We have an addition now from east to west, which is also welcome. But as my colleague has said, this main route, red line from Port Harcourt through Enugu to Makurdi to Jos has not been touched whatsoever. Now, whenever you travel on our roads, you see the movements of vehicles, heavy vehicular presence from north to south, whether it is from the western part or from the eastern part. Traffic is moving from south to north and from north to south. And this is because agricultural produce will have to be evacuated from the north to the south, and other goods will be moved from the south to the north. And therefore, we believe this has not been fair to the North Central zone as far as the issue of distribution of modernization of rail transportation is concerned. Mr. President, we know as a fact that one of the basic responsibilities of government is maintenance of law and order, protection of what? Properties. And that is why we welcome completely the implementation of what we could call a Marshall Plan for the Northeast. The destruction was massive. But, Mr. President, I don't want us to lose sight of the fact that even for Benue, for Plateau, and for Nasarawa states, destruction has taken place, and this destruction is big. You are not on the same scale with what you have in the Northeast. But honestly, Benue, Nasarawa, Plateau also need a mini Marshall Plan. So many areas have been affected, schools have been destroyed, farmlands have been destroyed, buildings have been also destroyed. So we are living in a situation where we require intervention from the center. Mr. President, I have observed something in the budget which I believe is a novelty. Since 2007, we have been battling with the issue of JVCs. I have not seen JVCs in this 2017 appropriation bill. I believe it should be so, and we should keep to this. Let JVCs never come back again. And running pari passu with JVCs is the issue of subsidy. We have read in the papers that kerosene is going to be subsidized. We want to believe this is not going to be so, as we have not seen the issue of subsidy in the appropriation bill. After all, as I put here, General Abacha was able to run the oil industry without having anything to do with JVCs. Joint venture cash costs. So, Mr. President, I do not want to take too much of your time, but I want to say that this proposal, the bill, is quite a marked departure from what we saw in the 2016 appropriation bill. And therefore, I believe we will do everything we can so that this can be done, pass on time, for early implementation, for the benefit of our people, for the benefit of the economy. Thank you so much for the opportunity.